Investors familiar with Alger likely know of our deep focus on innovation and disruption, especially regarding modern transformational themes like artificial intelligence. What some of you may not know is that as a growth investing pioneer, Alger's focus on innovation has been part of our process for 60 years. In fact, since 1964, our philosophy of investing in positive dynamic change has led us to become shareholders in some of history's most dynamic companies. For example, in 1977, with our position in Intel, Alger became an investor in some of the earliest integrated circuits. Back then, Intel's newest chip, the 8086, had only 29,000 transistors. Today, Intel chips comprise about 10 billion transistors, or over 340,000 times more than they did in 1977. And they're 99.8% smaller. This amazing progress is a reflection of Moore's Law and a key driver in the global economy's growth over the past half-century, a massive wealth creation in which we've been fortunate to play a role. Alger was also an early investor in Apple, owning the stock back in 1984, the year in which it introduced the iconic Macintosh computer and its famous 1984 Super Bowl ad. At that time, the stock traded for less than 15 cents on a split-adjusted basis. In addition to PC-related hardware stocks, Alger owned software stocks such as Microsoft, as early as 1990, when the company's net income was equivalent to what it makes in under 36 hours today, based on consensus estimates. We also invested in early wireless networks, owning stock in Macaw Cellular in 1989, the precursor to today's AT&T Wireless. Back then, there were only 2 million US wireless subscriptions versus over 370 million today. In the 1990s, we owned some of the key internet infrastructure companies, such as America Online in 1996. In the 2000s, we owned some of the leading e-commerce and search providers, including eBay in 2000, Google in 2004, and Amazon in 2009. And in the 2010s, we owned social media companies like Facebook in 2012, and payments companies such as Visa in 2013. Of course, technology evolves, and innovation has also caused once great companies to become disrupted. For example, in 1969, we owned Memorex, which was producing disk drives and introducing its first consumer product line, magnetic tape cassettes. The Memorex grew rapidly in the 1970s, but began to falter in the 1990s as CDs, DVDs, and digital storage gained market share, ultimately disrupting the company. Similarly, we owned Polaroid in 1987, but its revenue stopped growing after 1990, and it even filed for bankruptcy in 2001. In our view, the lesson that history teaches is that technology is constantly evolving, and to be at the forefront of investing in innovation takes dedication, enterprise, and hard work. Today, we're witnessing yet another massive innovation cycle, this time built around artificial intelligence, which we believe will impact many different aspects of society. Having invested in decades of prior innovation, we believe Alger is well positioned to identify and respond to whatever innovations lie ahead.